Hello everybody, and welcome back to Season 43 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're at Talladega Super Speedway for the running of the GEICO 500. It is the first time I believe we've ever had Talladega so early into the season. Usually it's held in the next to last race of the season before we have our championship race. But I've decided to change things up this season and move Talladega up so we can have another super speedway race up early into the season. Our last one was at the Daytona 500 to open up the season, and now we're here at Talladega, gonna make a trip here to the big Talladega Super Speedway racetrack. So we're gonna have some fun racing here today at Talladega. On the pole for the race today will be the number 19 of Giovanni Castillo. On the outside will be the 00 of Christian Vargas. And here's row 2 with David Aline and the number 9 Nathan Ormond. He has been on a hot streak of 2 consecutive victories. He won the last 2 races at the Bristol Dirt Track and Richmond and looks to win a 3rd consecutive race here today at Talladega. Daniel Bouchard and Garrett Albertson in row 3, and Foster Henderson, Paul Barber make up row 4. And rounding out top 10 are Claire Richardson and Samit Ozkan. And let's take a look at the rest of the drivers in this field here in today's race for the Talladega Super Speedway. And let's take a look at the part-timers competing here in today's race. And you saw the 1 and 42 both having shake and bake paint schemes for this event. And there's our part-timers today. Avi Sachs in the 62 and Arthur Richard is in the 28 here in today's race. Those are the part-timers competing here in Talladega here today. And as mentioned earlier, we just saw the Chip Ganassi cars running with shake and bake paint schemes in tribute to Talladega Nights. Very fitting they're running here, right here at Talladega. So we're about to get the race underway. And again, this is a super speedway race, so there'll be 2 10-lap stages. And this will set up some strategies and interesting runs heading into the final laps here at this race. We saw how the strategies worked out for some of these drivers with the 2 stages. So at Daytona we'll see what happens here at Talladega. And Casey Hoyt is on pit road before the green flag waves. So I just mentioned the 1 and 42 are both running shake and bake schemes. Unfortunately, one of them is not getting going, and the 42 Casey Hoyt is on pit road before the start of the race. Wow, I honestly was not expecting that to happen, but we're gonna go green anyway. So here we go to the green flag at Talladega Super Speedway. We are underway. Oh, wow. They didn't even waste any time at wrecking. The first corner, they crash. A big crash here to start things off here at Talladega. They did not waste any time. Wow. That is something that I did not expect on the first corner of the race. Wow. That I did not expect that. I really did not expect it. But we are going to have a caution flag. And they'll race it back to the line. Here are the very fast speeds at Talladega. Look at them going over 200 miles per hour. That's something I did not expect here at Talladega. Leading the field is Nathan Ormond. Wow, I honestly did not expect to have a big crash on the first corner of the track. Right off the bat, on the first turn, they started to wreck. Wow, look at all these cars with Moneyline in them. And oh, look at this. Maxwell Smart was hit from behind. Oh no, the 18 was also spun. There's where the crash happened. That's where the wreck happened. All these cars are spinning already on the first lap of the race. Oh, we had a huge crash on the first lap, on the first corner. I mean, that is just insane. That's Niall O'Hare and Billy Bishop, and I'm not sure what Bishop was doing here. Not sure why he took the 14 out on that first corner. But there you see more cars wrecked involved and all the debris flying everywhere. And this is just on the first lap of the first turn. Oh man, we're in for a great one here at Talladega. Oh, but what a start for these guys to wreck out early on. But don't worry, they are coming back in Stage 2. Everybody comes back in Stage 2 because there are no penalties for wrecking in Stage 1. And this is probably why the races are split into stages. Super Speedway races are split into 2 stages. Because in the event that this happens, this sort of thing happens. Like we get a big one on the first lap of the race. And sure enough, it happened on the first turn. Like, wow, they didn't even waste any time to wreck each other out. It's only the first lap of the first stage, so I'm sure that things will be a lot better in Stage 2. But for now, we're coming back to the green flag. And look at all these cars out already, waiting for another opportunity to run again. Oh boy, it's going to be a mess. Anyway, green flag is back out here at Talladega. Oh, this is going to be a really, really fun race. So far they haven't wrecked each other yet, so thank goodness. They've been able to keep it clean in the first corner this time. A lot less cars, but still been able to keep it clean on this corner. Look at the 9 car just pull away. I swear, the 9 is on a roll. The 9 has been on a roll in these past couple races, winning the last 2. Now we'll see if Allison Rain can make her move into the second spot. As the 9 car just pulls away. This is only the first stage of the race here, so anything can happen. And the 43 is on the apron below the yellow line. Little contact there on the 10 of Matthew Buss. And the 43 somehow saves it. Oh, wow. That could have gone really bad because the 43 was below the yellow line. She might have gotten pushed down below. So she was able to save it and is able to continue. Into the second spot now is Garrett Albertson right now. And the third spot is a battle with Allison Rain and Samit Ozkan. 4 wide, they're going below the top 10 with 3 to go in Stage 1. And the caution is out to end the stage. And we had a crash behind them, I believe, with Zachary Fitzwater. Oh, never mind. It was a spin with Casey Hoyt. And the 2 shake and bake cars wrecked out. Oh, boy. What a twist. Take a look at what happened here. It looks like that Stewie Moore and Alex Hawkins made contact. And Moore was forced down below the yellow line. Tried to get back up, but instead runs into the 1 of Juan Rodriguez. And the 96... Oh, whoa. No, that's not the case. Never mind. Not sure what was going on with Alex Hawkins, but... Yeah, he just rammed right into the 1. Are you kidding me? He just rammed right into the 1. I don't know what was up with the 20. Welcome back to Talladega, and as you saw from that point, the game ended up closing out on me. Like, I was just about to show you the wreck involving Alex Hawkins, and then suddenly the game just closed out on me. It just crashed completely. So I did the best I could. I reviewed the footage I had done for the first stage. I tried the best I could to set up the lineups as they were under the caution. Excuse me. I tried the best I could to set up the lineups as they were under caution. So I did the best I could, and recreating it might not be all 100% right, and all of them might not be in the right order, but I did the best I could from the results I had from the first stage to set up a restart here to begin stage number 2. So with the game crashing on me, I had no choice but to try to recreate as much as I could. You may notice that there are 14 laps in this. Excuse me, man, I'm messing up big time. You may notice there are 14 laps in this stage instead of 10 laps. The game actually crashed on me and we were on to lap 8, so 7 laps had been completed. I want to get everybody in, I want to get this race into the maximum distance of 20 laps. So I've decided to make it 14 laps in this second stage so that everybody would get 20 laps. With 7 laps complete, though, 14 adds that is actually 21, so an extra lap for Talladega just for the troubles we had endured at the end of stage 1. So I did the best I could, and we're back to the green flag here to start stage 2, which is going to be now run at 14 laps here in this stage. I do apologize for the crash before the end of the stage, so I did the best I could to line up where they should be, to have the cars all line up where they should be. And already a spin. One car spins. Oh no, a handful of cars wrecked already on the first lap of the race. I mean the first lap of the stage, I should say. Racing to the line. Is Nathan Ormond going to hang on? Allison Rain right behind him. Oh, they're going below the yellow line. Oh, boy. This is going to be big. This is going to be huge. Oh, boy. They somehow kept it together. Wow. What a race we're having here, folks. Not the end of it. Far from the end of it. This stage is going to be 14 laps, and we may have more laps to come because of overtime. Oh, no. They're wrecking under the caution. The 21 and 24 spin. Oh, man. Paul Barber got into a spin, and now the 41 is flipping. Oh, man. That is just insane. Oh, wow. I don't know what was going on with the 21 right there, but just collided with the 24 and spun and have wrecked. Oh, my goodness. Under the caution. They were racing back to the caution. And they both got together. The 24 gets taken out. Oh my goodness. Let's see what really happened when that brought out the first yellow. Oh wow, look at this. As you see, Avi Sachs was not off to a good start. Gets hit by Coda Butcher and they go around. Arthur Richard and Dmitry Barnovsky were among the drivers involved. There's Quinn Porter as well. And the 16 of Cassie Reynolds also goes around. And that's what brought out the first caution of the second stage. Wow, crazy race we're having at Talladega so far, folks. So it's not over yet. Nathan Ormond is trying to go for 3 wins in a row, which is, I don't know if that's ever been done in the history of the PLCS. Connor Breen's out of the race, by the way. The 21 has retired after that wreck, along with Zach Fitzwater and Landon Smith Jr. Those were the ones involved in that wreck that took place after they took the caution. So, we're going back to the green. This is probably one of the most insane races I've ever done here at Talladega. Darian Tahn is in second behind Nathan Ormond. Going to try to draft him, maybe try to make a move. Allison Rain as well. She's running third. John Andrews top 5 as well. Got a lot of Hendrick cars in the top 5, in top 10 I should say. One of them wrecked out, unfortunately, with Paul Barber. Oh wow, Allison Rain tried the best she could not to wreck that 9. That teammate right there did the best she could, and she's going to have to give up the line to the 17. Still running 3 wide. Still running together. It's going to be a fun finish, folks. This looks like it's going to be a fun one. Oh, Darian Tahn is in the wall. Darian Tahn gets into the wall. Oh, the 53 got into the wall. He lost a lot of speed, and now he's trying to hang on. And they're 4 wide in the middle. Garrett Albertson is your new leader. And the 9 car's in the wall. And now Albertson takes the lead as we head to the 8th lap of the stage. And this is the stage that decides it all. And now the 19 goes up into the wall, and now the others are going into the wall as well. And they're racing side by side now. Garrett Albertson in the lead. No, that's Owen Miles in the lead, I should say. Here comes Maxwell Smart. Alex Hawkins, I should say. Alex Hawkins. He was the one that was involved in that wreck earlier. The 11 is in the wall. Oh, man, they're dropping. Oh, man, that wall has been deadly. That wall hasn't been kind to a lot of these drivers here in this race. This could come down to the final couple of drivers here. And now the 10 is in the wall. The 5 is trying to avoid it. 5 has been trying to avoid the wall. And now it's a battle. Owen Miles has taken the lead. Allison Rain is going to try to make a move. Trying to get drafting out from teammate of the number 9. Nathan Ormond trying to make history here, winning 3 consecutive races. And a spin. Someone spun in the back. That's Wyatt Thomas spinning around. And the yellows are going to be out with 5 to go. Now the question is, will there be an attempt at... Will they finish under the green in regulation, or will there be an overtime finish? But before we get to that, though, let's check out what happened. And it looks like Samet Ozkan was hit from behind by Juan Rodriguez. Right on the apron, and then he got right into Wyatt Thomas. And somehow Kyle Gordon was able to avoid the 2 drivers wrecking. And a hard crash on Wyatt Thomas and Samet Ozkan. As we have some more drama here at Talladega. See if anybody else is hit. Oh, the 19 of Giovanni Castiglia was clipped. There he goes around, and Maxwell Smart was hit as well. All were trying to avoid the contact. Dangerous move right there, and the caution will be out. And who's going to lead to the stripe? They're saying it was Allison Rain that led to the caution flag. The 48 led to the yellow. And it was a close one. Yeah, right there to the yellow. Yep, it was Allison Rain that took the lead under the caution. Now, will they finish in regulation, or will we have an overtime finish? And looks like the answer to that is that we're not going to have an overtime finish, it appears. We're going to have one more lap to go here at Talladega. Now, some of you might be wondering, why not have an overtime finish? Well, overtime only applies if the race normally ends under caution. But in this situation, though, they're getting the 1 to go signal, so they're going to run one more lap. And even if they do run only just one more lap, they would stay within regulation, and they would have a green flag finish. They would still have a green flag finish. Overtime, it would have a green flag finish no matter what. But in this situation, because they were given the 1 to go signal before the end of regulation, before the end of the scheduled distance, they will be running one more lap instead and will not have an overtime attempt here today at Talladega. So it's going to come down to one more lap at Talladega, unless if the lights get turned on. If the lights are turned back on, then the race would normally end under caution, and then we would have overtime, 2-lap overtime here at Talladega. But it doesn't look like the lights are coming back on. It looks like they're going to attempt to run one more lap here at Talladega in regulation without the need of overtime. So it will be a green and white flag finish, and they'll race back to the line if there's a caution during the final lap, because in our Town 3 physics, Allison Rain is in front. Will she hold on for the win here at Talladega? We're about to wait. You're about to find out. Final lap here at Talladega. White flag will be coming out as soon as they start. Christian Vargas, Nathan Ormond, Casey Hoyt, Owen Miles, all in it to win it here at Talladega. And here we go to the green flag for the final lap showdown here at Talladega. Allison Rain, a great start, but will Casey Hoyt make a move? Casey Hoyt, he started off on pit road early in the race, and now he's trying to make a comeback. Here he comes for the lead. Into the final corner, Nathan Ormond trying to go on the bottom. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to take that bottom lane. They're pulling away into the final corner. Casey Hoyt takes the lead down the final turn. They're wrecking in the back on the final lap. But it looks like it's going to be Casey Hoyt making the comeback from behind to win at Talladega. What a comeback for Casey Hoyt. He started the race on pit road. And he makes a comeback and wins it here at Talladega. What a comeback. He came all the way back. And a phenomenal comeback for Casey Hoyt. I mean, at the start of the race, he started on pit road. And he worked his way back up to win in an improbable comeback for Casey Hoyt. He came from behind and he takes the win. An amazing finish for the 42 car. And his teammate, he and his teammate now have one win each in the team. And pretty soon the Ganassi team will be merging with Team Trackhouse. So this is everyone counts at this point for the Chip Ganassi 1 and 42. And they are hopeful that both their cars will make the playoffs thanks to the win by Casey Hoyt. And there was a wreck on the final corner. Foster Henderson went around. The 17 made contact, I believe, with that 43. And Foster and the number 2 car and the number 2 of Garrett Albertson both went around on the final lap. Some drama on the last lap. Wow. But what a comeback though. Casey Hoyt with an improbable come from behind victory as he was down a lap and had to start the race on pit road. And I think he's the first driver, I believe, to start from the pit lane, from pit road. I believe Casey Hoyt, if I'm not mistaken, he might be the first driver to have started from the pit row and win the race. So he went from starting in pit lane all the way to the race win. I don't think that has ever been done before in any PLCS race ever. Go from starting from the pit lane all the way to winning the race. That is just an amazing come from behind victory for Casey Hoyt. Oh my goodness, this race was intense. It was intense all the way from start to finish. But Casey Hoyt is among the winners now in the series. First win, and it comes at Talladega. And the 42 was able to shake and bake his way to victory. I mean, look at that paint scheme, man. It paying tribute to the movie Talladega Nights. I mean, that scheme pays tribute to Talladega Nights for sure. And it was like the scheme driven by Cal Naughton Jr. So it imitated art. So that is just amazing. There's that one scheme with Ricky Bobby's scheme. This is the Cal Naughton Jr. scheme. So just like in the movie, the old Spice Machine was able to win in a stunner, in a shocker at Talladega. That is just insane. It's it looks like life intimidated art. Wow, whatever that is. Wow, that's just amazing. I mean, I forgot the saying, but Casey Hoyt is your winner here at Life Imitated Art, whatever that is. But anyway, Casey Hoyt's your winner here at Talladega, so congrats to him on his first PLCS victory. And he and his teammate are hoping to get into the playoffs with one win each, but with only 16 spots in the playoffs, they really need to pick up on the points. So the points matters now. Now that they got the win, they need to stay up in the points high enough to be in the playoffs. So every point counts at this point. So the rest of the field, I already showed you the rest of the field. Hope you guys enjoyed this race at Talladega. It was crazy. But we will see you guys next weekend at Dover at the Monster Mile. So until then, we'll see you next time.